building talks about station 5, station 3. I think 3 is supposed to be 8. And that's in 2 places. Yeah, we'll make it change. Read it. It's half of station. It's just, yeah, station.
Second.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you had a relaxing holiday season. We are quickly into 2026 now, with a lot of good things ahead for us and a really successful 2025 as well, too. First, I want to start off by saying condolences to Jackie Stanley's father-in-law. Unfortunately passed away in an incident, and on behalf of the district, we just wanted to share condolences with your family. Okay. But again, our condolences for your loss and your family. And Charleston Fire Department responded to that incident, and was there. So it's always, yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for the support from my wife's family. Also out to the city of Charleston personnel. They did an outstanding job trying to revive him. They worked on him about 30, 40 minutes in the yard. Unfortunately, it wasn't successful, but I just want to pass on to them. So, Fraser family, thanks so very much. Thank you.
So we have, I'm not going to steal Teresa's thunder too much here, but we have right now a posting for our recruit class, which we're pointing recruit class 1. It's been a long time since St. John's has had their own recruit class, and that's being spearheaded by Chief Yunker and some of his team as well too, and a lot of our personnel will be helping with that as well too. So we've got 12 spots intended for that to do our own. It's not the greatest of spaces to use, but we're going to make do because that's what we do, and we're really excited about the ability to put on our own recruit class and not have to consistently rely on our partners, and some of the times where that's sparingly being able to get spots. So, and we can teach them the way we want them to become St. John's firefighters as well too. We also have the group they're finishing up EMT in the next couple of weeks, I believe, and will be sent to our operations division. Ms. Teresa will talk about that in the staffing report a little bit as well too. A couple things on the EMS side I want to cover as well too. Chief Miles Miller in the back there has been doing a great job getting us what we need as well too. Now we've got some engines that when we do have paramedics on them can be staffed as ALS engines and advanced life support. We're also working through a plan right now to hire some part-time employees so that we can get a second squad in service to cover Johns Island and Walmart as well too. So we're not quite there yet, but we're pretty close on our plan for that. So that will then, we'll have a full-time squad on Kiowa, Seabrook area, and then another one for Johns Island, Walmart Islands as well too. So we're working through that plan. We don't need any action from the commission on that. I checked with the county. We're good hiring some part-timers as long as we just don't go overboard. So working through that, more to come on that as well too. We'll play, I'm going to have Chief Flanagan pull up for you here a video to instill some rivalry and some competition as well too. We do something called the Fall Classic. It's an evolution that our crews do as well too. It's for time and accuracy as well too. So Chief Yunker put together this 2.5-minute video to tell you a little bit about that, and I'll tell you a little bit about our winners. So if you want to play it, Sean, without hopefully blasting our eardrums. Sean. So that is our fall classic. They go through an evolution, and congratulations to the winners on that. One of our Rescue 701 companies of Captain Bakula, Engineer Oros, Firefighter Malpus, Firefighter LaPaula. So wanted to share that video with you, just a little an insight of what happens out at our training ground as well too. Station 1, I gave you a picture there. That tank removal is complete. That went off without a hitch, no issues. We don't need the EPA or any other federal anything, so it's all been taken care of. We elected to just have it just smoothed over like that, just because there's a whole lot going on out there anymore. Also, the renovation work we did at Station 7 is complete. Looks very nice. My firefighters are very happy how that turned out with the refresh there. We'll continue to work on some of our other stations in the next couple fiscal years as well too. We head next week, week after one, for pre-construction for the high water vehicle. Our rescue is still under construction. That's nearing a finish in February. You should have that here pretty soon. That's been a long time coming for that heavy rescue. As you saw outside, our 2 new BC trucks that we approved last year, but just got all their upfitting done. We're waiting some equipment. Those new BC trucks are out there, so on your way out, you want to take a look at them. They'll be a welcome addition for our battalion chiefs to work out of as well too, because they're in the car a good chunk. Last week, I hosted the Fire Officer 1 class. Want to say congratulations. We had a 100% pass rate, which is great. Many of our staff and people sitting in this room were teaching that class for our next upcoming fire officers as well. This week, there's a driver operator pumping course, a pump ops class that's happening this week. Several of our members in that. Several sessions of our officer development program were completed in the month of December. If you want to tentatively put on your calendar, we have a tentative date. We just haven't locked it in yet, of February 28th. That's going to be our awards and promotion ceremony. That'll be at, again, the Citadel, like we've done the last couple of years with breakfast. So February 28th, I'll let you know if that changes. But that is what we have right now. A couple other things real quick. All of our employees completed last week a course in respect, civility, and inclusion training. We had discussed that prior, and we're able to complete all of that for all of our employees. And just looking ahead, let's go to HR report. How about that? We'll go there. Stuff people. Then I'll finish it. Yeah, sure.
Hi, everybody. Forgive me. I've got a little bit of a cold, so I don't sound like my normal self. But we'll talk about hiring. This might be a little bit slightly different from what you've got, because I'm not sure if I printed mine out before I updated your packet, but pretty close. Tim, our chief fire marshal, started January 5th, so he's here. We're happy to have him here. Upcoming postings. I even have an update to what the chief just said this afternoon, late this afternoon, just before we started here. All 3 paramedics have accepted. The paramedic specialists, they all start on the 20th. So we have a little bit of an update.
And this was one full-time position and then
And 2 part-time.
starting our part-timers, so it's 2 part-timers.
Yeah.
right up.
So we're excited about that. That just happened. So we're very happy about that. We're having Krista's having interviews this week for certified firefighters and engineers. So that's going on. And we've got over 50, maybe 60 by now, applications for the recruit testing. Yeah, that's the last time we had about 65. So it's up there again, which will be fun. So we're really, really excited about that. Separations, we had 2 since last commission meeting, 1 engineer who moved and 1 senior firefighter. Family issues, needed to be closer to family home, didn't move, but needed to be closer to home. Workers' comp, none off. The staffing levels have slightly changed just because of the 1 engineer and 1 senior firefighter leaving. That's all that's been updated there. So we've got a lot going on, a lot of recruiting going on. We offered 1 engineer that came in, and he's going to be part of the big group of engineers, but he came in separately. He was on vacation when the other ones took their big test. Fantastic experience, fantastic interview. It was awesome. So we're very happy. He has verbally said he's accepted. So we're getting there. But, and the EMT class, they're 6 in EMT school, so they're finishing up, and they'll be coming on board too. So any questions? Yep.
Can you tell me what the applications are most local or out of town application? Do you?
So it's been a pretty wide range. We've had a lot of people locally, but also, a few people from out of state as well.
How they find it. That's how they find it. Even coming from somewhere else, which is
Teresa,
great.
Just looking at the numbers. We're pretty well stable.
Yeah,
Wanna address that?
you know, it's, yes and no. We've certainly, I think, December was one of our most challenging months. What the report doesn't show you is we've got several, particularly at the captain level. I believe I sent an email just with some information on this to keep you guys, but had several captains off for, injuries and FMLA, some, some babies, things like that as well too. So December, it's looking a little bit better now. December was a very challenging month for us, just based particularly at the captain level of staff. So yes, I think we're making some strides there. I'm really excited about, we've got a great group of, future officers that are coming up that are pretty close to being ready to go. And then with this driver operator, the pumper series this week, we've got some engineers kind of filling behind that, as well too. And that kind of goes, in my thought process too, is just because of how fluid really, some of these things are too, that, I'm really just gonna start, overfilling positions as much as we can. I think we should be in a posture moving forward that, yes, we budget this many positions, but if I had 6 extra captains, 8 extra captains, we'd be in a really, really good spot. So, credit to the work our staff does. They've been working really hard to get these next people ready, and, I'm proud of the work they do, and it's not without frustration and, struggle sometimes as well, but, they're putting in the work, our people are putting in the work, and I think, that hard work's going to keep paying off for us. And we're going to continue to bring in, good people in the organization.
But you're right, in our demographic, there's lots of babies happening and they get lots of time off. And it does happen that you need to overstaff so that when people are gone, you're not just barely there. You have people that can fill in. So thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
So, yeah, the, full-time, so we had a full-time opening.
Yep.
So we have 3 full-time paramedic positions only. One person departed this week,
This
but,
week, right.
so we have already filled that position full-time. The 2 part-time we're bringing on board right away is to fill when we have, those full-time people are off. Sometimes the other full-timers don't want to pick up that overtime. So at first, these part-timers we're bringing on initially are going to help cover some of those gaps as well too. In the future, we have a posting right now for more part-time as well too, so that we can staff that, second squad, with part-timers as well. So there's interest out there. It's you're not on an ambulance, so that's a positive as well too. So, we're still working through some of those, the bugs and kinks of that, but, we'll have that soon. Yep. Absolutely.
But yeah, we're really, really happy we were able to staff that before the person left. He leaves Friday, and the new full-time starts on like Tuesday, because Monday's a holiday. So that's pretty good.
We had some, we had
Yeah.
some really good candidates, had
Yeah.
a really difficult choice.
Yep.
But, some agreed to come on part-time as well.
Yep.
Chief Kraus, we go over, some incident statistics and also just an overview of last year.
Yeah, good afternoon. We're gonna start with statistics for the year of 2025. Our total run numbers was 4,251 responses for incidents. Broken out by district, District 1 ran 26% of those, District 2 at 12%, District 3 at 10%, District 4 at 13%. That's a combination of Engine 4, Ladder 2. District 5 at 15%, District 6 at 9%, District 7 at 15%. So far in the year, for the month of January, we've had 318 total responses, and that's broken out with 165 of those on Johns Island, 54 on Kiowa, 60 on Seabrook, and 39 on Wadmore. 60 for Seabrook. I know they're living right out there. So we've had a number of critical medical calls out on Seabrook that have fortunately come with good success. So we're proud of that.
Yeah, and also we'll see, Seafields has opened, out there, which is, by Freshfields Village, which is independent and assisted living facility as well too. Not that we're going there every day so far, but people are moving in as well too. And I know the night they opened, we were out there. So, there's people coming in there too, which, you'll see. That's in 402s, kind of twos, and it doesn't, but, that is open. So C fields, would we have that under 2 or 4? Okay, it'd show up in 4s. Oftentimes 2 is the closer to people, so. they're gonna- Yep, the MUSC facility is open. We were able to tour it the day it opened as well too. So we'll get to see, because it's fairly quiet still. We'll kind of keep an eye on those EMS and turnover times and what that looks like for us. Last thing I have, just speaking of staffing and the 2026 priority, again, will be our people throughout the organization, and their well-being and their time to keep them healthy, mentally and physically as well too. And continue to push for alternatives for scheduling, staffing, so we can reduce some of this overtime. When you guys get hurt, we've got next people up, so that will continue to be a priority. Okay, that's my chief's report. I'm happy to answer.
Happy Monday. Looking at the December financial report, the operating fund budget remaining goal is 50%, and we are trending at 51.32%. The bank balances as of December 31st include our operating account at around 5.2 million, our eligible account around 14,000, our 2022 good bond account at around 17,000, the 2023 good bond account at around 128,000, and the 2024 good bond account at around 15.4 million. Our revenue for December included retiree reimbursement, and our November collections from Charleston County was around 1.6 million. The non-standard overtime for December was 190,000. Also, for the month of December, our operating expenditures year to date is at 11.4 million, which includes encompasses. Our base pay percentage is at 81%, and we are seeing a 4.4% increase in tax revenue compared to this time last year.
For the base budget, yes, it was a little wonky this year because we had the 900 some thousand for the Pierce truck and the high water vehicle as well too. So actually, for strict revenues from what we budgeted, from what the county provided us, was actually more like 6%. Now we will see January and February collections will be obviously our two biggest tranches of that. So we'll see how close we really are there. We've had some discussion that we're actually anticipating a little bit more, but like delinquencies are down as well too. So we'll see what it looks like next month, and that'll be a big tell. So. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Quieter, thankfully, partner. And I do want to say that rezoning and lot combination are finished. Yay, approved, third reading done. So you do have a resolution on tonight. Just a technical matter to specifically give Chief Smith the authorization to sign the closing paperwork when we actually complete the purchase of the 1.26 acres to complete that station. So normally I know we just do our motion out loud, but I think it's important in this particular case to do one in writing, just like we did for the weekend. I do think it would be appropriate if it's fine to do an executive session once again for another update on the ongoing investigation. We are still ongoing with that, and I hope to update the commission as to progress there.
It wasn't it wasn't substantial changes. It was just more aesthetic things that they wanted to see that they were really particular. So, but I don't, it wasn't like, you know, changing massive amounts of square footage. Or- No, it won't be white. It won't be white. Bill, Bill, any progress with regard to?
Haven't heard anything back.
We haven't heard any. So I've asked, David Myers was going to reach out to them last week when David was here. Yes, we'll do a mid-year budget review and then we have to have a discussion on the cost of these fire stations, and how we tackle that. Mayor. Sorry, I'm gonna go back one, something, sorry I missed. We have, an RFP we issued today for, auditors for the next 3 years as well too. So, we've sent that to some firms. It's also posted on the South Carolina Business Opportunity, so, we intend to come to you, probably, in March, to select, auditor. So, that's for them. We have sent them a copy of the RFP, so.
I echo, what the commissioner said, for all the personnel to keep up good work, and thank you for whatever you do.
Same thing. Thank you for everything, and please stay safe.
Second. Aye.